High school basketball is heating up in 2025. Let's take a look at the most hype moments so far. Ramadan Law had the dunk of the year. I know the defender was hurt physically and emotionally. The victim's coach's reaction was diabolical. Bryce Maximus James just had a career high with 18 points. The Arizona commit has been on fire to start the year. Don't be surprised if he's playing with Luka, LeBron, and Bronny soon. This is one of the craziest things we have ever seen in a game. What was bro doing on the court? I guess he wanted to see dude on the bench. My guy was feeling himself after this. Are y'all counting this as a dunk or nah? Let me run that back for you. Low key, it might have been offensive goaltending. AJ DeBonsa was stuffing the stat sheet at the Mount Verde Invitational. In his first game, he had 35 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists. I can't even imagine the numbers he's going to be putting up next year at BYU. Trying to East Bay on someone in game is wild. Recent USC commit Elijah Arenas is built different. Walking the ball down the court and getting a poster in crunch time is nasty work. The disrespect on this dunk is insane. Peep how he rubbed his head at the end. We might have to squabble. We've been seeing some crazy screens in girls basketball recently. Some of these look like a Madden hit stick. These girls been out there cleaning clocks. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't know Noah Newman had bounce like this. He's been going off in his senior season at Good Vision Academy. He picked up a D1 offer from Pepperdine. He proved in Phoenix that he's much more than a TikToker. The big fella really took off on the break here. The refs missed a blatant carry, but you can't miss the size difference out there. This coach was bringing some serious passion. You love to see when coaches care this much. This was the top 2 teams in the division in a crunch time moment. It's only right that you get on all fours and start barking like a dog. You already know that the coach led them to a victory. This poster was super tough. Blew by his defender and went and yammed on the help side defense. The hang on the rim was so essential. This was our first time seeing Sean Abayev, and he did not disappoint. The McDonald's All-American is a 6'8" guard headed to Cincinnati. He can really do a little bit of everything. He dropped 32 points versus AJ DeBonsa. Imagine losing the game off this play. This is the type of play you would see at the end of a Disney movie. The behind the back wraparound pass to the heave, you gotta love it. This next game winner caused pure pandemonium. They had to go the length of the court with 3 seconds left, down 75-74. Bro inbounds the ball. The kid only needs a couple dribbles and pulls up from near the logo. Carter Case with the clutch game winner. I already know he's going to be the man at school the next day. I think it's safe to say that the game has evolved. Just look at this kid with the behind the back dunk. He made it look easy. But check out what this kid did in game. This would have won a dunk competition 20 years ago. The craziest thing about this is, this kid is only a freshman in high school. Yeah, I know it sounds like cap, but I had to research it myself. Isaiah Hamilton is only 15 years old. Jake West has proved time and time again that he's not just a TikToker. Look at him put the kid on skates. And you know he had to run a TikTok dance after the game. Justino Kolenvuka hit him with a filthy ankle breaker, and they don't count unless you hit the shot. Bro had that celly like he just dunked on him for real. This might be the coldest game winner of the year. It's 0.6 seconds left, the game is tied 50-50. They run a phenomenal out of bounds play. The dunk was special, but the pass was super underrated. Down in Mesa, Arizona, the crowd got humbled by the #1 freshman point guard. This crowd was celebrating a little bit too early. Ja'Kai Miles hit him with a dagger and left bro curled up in a ball. No more, no more. There must be something in the water in Arizona, because this kid from Prescott is 5'10", but dunks everything. Uriah Tenet is leading the state in scoring with 28 points per game. Remember his name when he's balling out at UCSD next year. Parker Robinson's dunk at Overtime Elite might just be the best dunk ever in that building. And it just happened to be over his best friend. Y'all remember what Ye said? And as you know, there's levels to this. JV is wild because you'll get a kid that's ready for varsity, or you'll get one of these. What the caption says: The number 1 junior in the country, Tyran Stokes, has been on one all year. This is just another example. He went East Bay in game. Nelson Newman has been ballin' in Houston. He got his freshman year started right at Good Vision Academy. He's had no problem playing on varsity. Dude is an absolute bucket. He low-key has that Luka pace. Can't speed him up. But we might have just watched the most hyped game of the year. McDonald's All-American Sean Abayev and Mount Verde Academy went head-to-head at the Mount Verde Invite. The first quarter was dominated by Calvary Christian and Sean Abayev. But it's a home game for Mount Verde, so they started to heat up. Villanova commit Dante Allen was dominating. But Caden Daltrey could not be stopped. At half, Calvary Christian was up 30-23. But we all know the power of a good student section. The second half, the Mount Verde student section turned up, and they played a huge role in this game. Both teams were trading buckets in the third, but insert 6'6" shooting guard CJ Ingram. The Florida commit got on his bully. Although Calvary Christian is one of the best teams in the country, CJ Ingram and Mount Verde were just too good. Obviously, the student section probably helped for those 7 points, but Mount Verde comes out with the win, 62-55. Upon reviewing the game film, we noticed that you tripped up and almost stumbled on your layup, but we appreciated your hustle on the other end. Someone said bro lost a million aura in 10 seconds. Anaya Holmes has the ball on a string. You can tell the way she's dribbling the ball up the court, she knows exactly what she wants to do with it. She just exudes aura. Her handles in range had the crowd going crazy. The dunk didn't count, but bro definitely got flattened out there. When I saw this clip, I said, hey! So this was an epic game at Hoop Hall West. Y'all already know 6'8", 250-pound Tyran Stokes is number 1 for a reason. But the senior PG, Tavion Wilson, has that dog in him. So Tavion turned over the ball, and obviously he's gonna chase Tyran down. After this foul, Tyran started to turn up. But once Tavion pushed him to the ground, he started to take things personal. He got on demon time. He ended up putting up 34 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 steals. This steal happened to seal the game. Now, I don't know what type of floors they have or what type of shoes you have to wear to pull off this move, but it was actually pretty effective. What do y'all think the final score of this game was? All these kids hit a Fortnite emote. First off, I want to congratulate those who were selected for the 2025 McDonald's All-American team. There were a lot of great players announced, but the internet went crazy over some of the snubs. On the boys' side, you had Jasper Johnson. The Kentucky commit is currently ranked number 17 by ESPN. He's averaging 20 points, 5.8 assists, and 6.2 rebounds in Overtime Elite. Then you had Duke commit Shelton Henderson, who 24/7 Sports has ranked number 14 in the class. 24/7 Sports had this to say. They said from a rankings and talent perspective, it is a surprise that he didn't make it. However, his season at Bel Air hasn't been as explosive as his final EYBL season with JL3. Sadiq White was also on 24/7 Sports' list of snubs. He's been having a great season at IMG and is currently number 26 in their rankings. And you know I had to put our boy Kyan Anthony on there. He's not eligible due to injury, but just imagine how many people would check in just to see Carmelo's son ball. But that's okay, they can watch him next year at Syracuse. Despite the injury, the 6'5" guard is still the number 1 player in New York. On the girls' side, you gotta bring up Bella Hines right away. Her senior year at ABC Prep, she's averaging 38.8 points, 10.3 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game. The McDonald's All-American Committee must have been overlooking the girls' LSU commits, because Divine Burridge was arguably the biggest snub. She's ranked number 7 in the country by 24/7 Sports. She's averaging 19.2 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 6.1 assists. We decided to pull up to Davenport right after she didn't make the game, and she went off. And we gotta show love to our girl Destiny Jackson, who also got snubbed. Number 23 in the country committed to Illinois. It's only right that Chicago represents at the McDonald's All-American game. But here we are.